So for you and with what you found with writing, how did that transition into you wanting to establish coffee house creators, creative writers group? That is really easy to say. Uh, and you're the president and CEO. Where did this idea first begin to bubble or establish? When did you feel like I want to share this on a medium to where I want to connect other people to writing?
Well, first, it's Coffee House Writers Group. There's no creative in it, although we do have a lot of creative people. That's Coffee House Writers Group. We also go by CHWG as well. And what happened was I have one child, and I was writing so much before I got pregnant, and then obviously it's like you got priorities when you have a child, and my writing got put on the back burner. And when she started high school, and she started, exploring her own life and leaving me behind, I decided to finish my books. So I went online and I was looking for different writers groups that I could join to help me finish my books. And I went to like 6 or 7 of them, and they were all very discouraging. There was different things about the groups that it just wasn't the right fit for me. And every group, I was making a list of things that I wanted or I didn't want in a writer's group. Well, I had one writer's group where it was timed, and I felt like I was on the Gong Show, because it was like I guess I ran into the time and I only had maybe a few more sentences to read of my page, but I couldn't. They just
Wow, that's really restrictive.
Yes, and then there was another group where I think I was like 5 minutes late, and they didn't let me in.
5 minutes late.
It's like close the doors.
For an introduction to a group, it's sort of like the 5 or 10 minutes is usually the introduction leading into the
They
assignment.
were really strict.
Wow.
There was a writers group. I mean, at the time I was in my 30s. I was in my 30s when I started the group, and late 30s. And I was finding groups that said, if you're, in your 20s up to 30, or even there was even a group where it's like, oh, the cutoff is like 35. And I think I was like 36 or 7 or something.
But for a writers group where you're collaborating with creative people, you're meeting people with different ideas, you're kind of to where you're able to see someone else's point of view from their narrative and their storytelling, what they write in the writers group. For me, the question that would stick out to myself is, why would age be such a crucial determining issue to where they need to restrict someone from being in the group if they're...
I didn't have time to question these people. I mean, it's like, okay, no worries, next group. And all these groups I was finding on meetup.com. And then, there's several groups where they give you homework. So, you have like homework assignments to read like 5 or 6, 7 manuscripts and critique all these manuscripts in hopes that these 5 or 6 people are going to critique your manuscript. And, there's no guarantee they're even going to do it. There's no guarantee that their critiques are even going to jive with you or how you think. So that was like a lot of effort put forth for not a lot of promise. There's just so many different things. And so when I finally got to the point where I was like, I'm just going to get on Meetup and do my own group, and I'm going to do it this way. And that's what I did.